Okay, here are the correct answers to your quiz. Starting with number 1, Marie purchased a $49 gift for a baby shower. She uses a coupon that offers 20% off. How much will Marie spend on the gift after the coupon? So the percentage is 20%, so you want to put 20 out of 100. So if I set up a percent proportion, and then your whole is $49, your part is your X, and when you cross multiply to solve this, you end up with 100X equals 49 times 20, and 49 times 20 equals $980. Then divide by 100 on both sides, and X equals $9.80. Now, if you stopped there, you haven't answered the question. That's why I always tell you to go back and read the question. How much will Marie spend on the gift after the coupon? So the coupon is she's going to get $9.80 off of the original price, which is $49. So 49 minus $9.80 means she's going to spend $39.20 on the baby shower gift. Now, the other way you could have done this is you could have subtracted first, and you could have done 100% minus 20%, which means she's going to pay 80%. So instead of using 20, you would do 80 out of 100, and when you solve that, you end up with 39.20. So you could either subtract first, or you can subtract at the end. Number 2, a small bag of Takis contains 384 calories. What percent of an 1,800 calorie diet is a small bag of Takis? So what percent? That's our unknown. So percent, remember, is always out of 100. The whole, so how many calories should you have? You should have 1,800 calories in a day. And the Takis is 384 of those calories. So you can cross multiply 1,800 times X. 100 times 384 is 38,400. And you can divide by 1,800 on both sides. And when you divide by 1,800, you get about 21.3%. So 21.3% would represent 384 out of 1,800. Okay, the next one, Zumiez had the following sale. Buy one item at regular price, get the second item of equal or lesser value, half off. So if Jake bought 2 hoodies during the sale, the regular price of each hoodie was $34. What was the total price in dollars for both hoodies, not including tax? So $34 is the cost for one of the hoodies. If you get half off of 34, half of 34 is $17, or 34 divided by 2 is $17. So you want to do $34 for the one hoodie. The second hoodie is going to be half that amount, which is $17, which means you're going to pay a total of $51. This is not including tax. Amber bought a pair of sunglasses for $24 and a pair of shoes for $54. After the discount was applied, she was charged 5.75% sales tax. What was Amber's total bill? So now you're still going to use this sale. Sunglasses are $24, pair of shoes is $54. So $54 is the amount you have to pay for the regular price. So the more expensive one is the one you're going to have to pay at regular price. But she's going to get half off of the $24. So half of 24 is $12, which means you're going to have 54 plus 12, so that's $66. However, there's a tax. So 5.75%, so that's out of 100, equals how much out of $66? And you can cross multiply 100x equals 5.75 times 66 is, let me actually calculate that because I did this one differently. So 5.75 times 66 equals 379.5. And then divide by 100. That would give you x equals 3.795, which rounds to $3.80. Now, $3.80 is not what you have to pay for both those items. $3.80 is what you're paying for tax. So if tax is $3.80 and the two items cost $66, you now want to add those two items together, and it's going to cost you $69.80. And number 4, quote at Burlington Coat Factory is normally $85.99, but it's discounted to $55.89. Calculate the percent that is discounted, round to the nearest percent. So you're calculating a percent, so it's x out of 100. Equals, the part was 55.89 out of 85.99. When you cross multiply, you get 85.99 times x. Equals 100 times $55.89 is $5,589. And then you're going to go ahead and divide by 85.99. And when you divide 5,589 divided by 85.99, you end up with 64.995. So let's round that to the nearest whole percent. So that means it would be approximately 65%. But 65% is the percent of the original price. That's what he's actually going to pay. So the discounted amount would end up being 100 minus 65%. And that would give you 35%. So part A is 35%. Part B, what percent of the original price did Zach pay? Well, that's the 65%. So although we were solving part A, when we solved part A told us the amount that Zach would pay. So you have to do 100 minus 65% to give you the actual discounted percent, which is 35% off. I kind of want to go back to that and make sure we actually check that and make sure that makes sense to you. So if we're saying the percent that is discounted is 35%, if you do 0.35 times, if it's 85.99, let's go ahead and calculate that on your calculator. So 0.35 times 85.99. That's about $30.10. And if you were to subtract 85.99 minus $30.10, that would be $55.89, and that's actually the amount that Zach paid. You always want to check to see that your answer makes sense there. So let's take a look at number 5. Student council is preparing food for the fundraiser. They were told to prepare for 12% more than what is expected. So let's pay attention to that. 12% more than what is expected. If they are expecting 85 people to attend, how many people should they prepare food for? Round to the nearest whole number. Well, you know that they're going to prepare for 85 people, but they were told to prepare for more than that, 12% more than that. So you know your answer has to be greater than 85. So if you're preparing for 12% more, that means you're preparing for 112%. So you would set up 112 out of 100 equals X over 85 is the total amount that they're expecting. And then when you cross multiply, you end up with 100X. And 85 times 112 is 9,520. Divide by 100. X equals 95.2, which means you're preparing for about 95 people. So round to the nearest whole number. Sorry, it looks like there's a decimal right there. This is 95.2. And then you would round it to 95 people. So yes, it's more than the 85 that you were preparing for. So you're preparing for about 10 more people. Okay, number 6, Taylor plans to borrow $4,500 from the bank to purchase a used vehicle. If he borrows the money at a rate of 4% interest for 2 years, what is the total amount he will have to pay back to the bank? So this is your I equals PRT. Interest is what you're looking for. The principal, what he's borrowing, is $4,500. The rate is at 4% or 0.04, and the number of years is 2 years. So when you calculate that, the interest is $360. So Taylor has to pay back $360 in addition to the $4,500 that he borrowed. So the total he has to pay back is $4,860. Okay, let's take a look at the back. Just 4 more problems. 7th grade class sold candles for a fundraiser this year and last. The price, or this year, the selling price for each candle was $8.50. The price this year represents 9% more than the selling price of each candle last year. What was the selling price of each candle last year? So the price this year is 9% more than the selling price, which means they sold it for 100% last year, but this year they're adding 9% to that, so that's 109%. So you would have 109 out of 100 equals 109 is what they sold the candles for this year, so 850 is going to be your numerator. Those two should match up. And last year will be X. And if you cross multiply, you end up with 109 times X equals 100 times $8.50 is $8.50. And you can divide by 109 on both sides, and X equals 850 divided by 109 is $7.80. So that means last year they sold them for $7.80. Part B, the 7th grade class earned 15% of the selling price of each candle he sold this year and last year. This year they sold 440 candles. So this year, if they sold 440 at the price of $8.50, this year the selling price was $8.50. That means they made $3,740 for selling the candles, but their profit is going to be 15% of that. So times 0.15, that means this year they made $561. Last year, they sold 500 candles, but they sold them for $7.80. That's what we found in Part A, which means they collected $3,900, and of that they get 15%, which is $585. So did they earn more money this year or last? Well, it looks like last year, and by how much? Well, 585 minus 561 will give me $24. So the answer would be last year by $24. So let's take a look at number 8. A lion at the National Zoo will eat nearly 500 pounds of meat per week. 80% of that meat should be beef. What is the amount of beef the lion should eat each week? So 80% will be 80 out of 100. Equals the total is 500. So how much should be beef? Well, if you cross multiply, you get 100x equals 8 times 5 is 40, 2, 3, 40,000. So divide by 100. That means x equals 400 pounds of beef is what the lion should eat. Now, if the zoo increases the amount of food each week to 550 pounds, what is the percent of increase in the amount of food that a lion should eat each week? Round your answer to the nearest tenth of a percent. So you're actually finding the percent of change. So remember, you're going to take that difference. So if the zoo increases the amount of food each week to 550 pounds, that means 550 minus the original amount, which is 500, will equal 50, but then you have to divide by that original amount. So that original amount was 500, so 50 divided by 500, that means it's going to be 0.10 or 10%. So if the zoo increases the amount of food each week to 550 pounds, what is the percent of increase in the amount of food that a lion should eat each week? So just the amount of food. Round your answer to the nearest tenth of a percent. That would be 10%. Okay, Mr. Robbins earns a commission on each airfare he books. At the end of the day, he had booked $208.60 worth of airfare and earned $31.29. What is Mr. Robbins' commission rate? So you're looking for the percent, so that's x out of 100. He earned $31.29, and the total he sold was $208.60. So when you cross multiply, you have $208.60 times x equals $3,129. Divide by 208.60. Then x will equal 15%. That'd be better. And number 10, the Hoskins family monthly income is $4,200. They spend 15% of their monthly budget on groceries. Calculate the amount the family spends each month on groceries. So 15% would be 15 out of 100. The total income is $4,200, so that's your denominator, that's your whole. So you would end up with 100x equals 15 times 4,200 is 630,000. Let me just double check my math there. I'm sorry, that should be 63,000. 4,200 times 15. One too many zeros. That should be 63,000. Then divide by 100. And x will equal $630 spent on groceries. Part B, the Hoskins spend $430 each month on their car. What percent of the monthly income do they spend on the monthly car payment? Round to the nearest whole percent. So what percent, that's your unknown, so it's x out of 100. They spend $430 out of $4,200. 4,200 is the whole. So when you cross multiply, you end up with 4200x equals, multiply 430 times 100, which gives you 43,000. Then divide by 4,200 on both sides. And 43,000 divided by 4,200 would give you 10.2%. They say it around to the nearest whole percent, so we'll say it's about 10% is what they spend on their car. If you have any questions, please let me know. Make sure you understand how to do all these problems for your test.